Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to talk about Knight's Crow MMORPG NFT from We Made. In this video, we'll be exploring the diverse and exciting classes that the game has to offer. But before we jump in, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest gaming content. Now, let's get started. Night Crows has been generating a lot of buzz, especially for Asian players, since it's gonna be they said it's gonna be the next Mirror 4 since it's gonna be NFT, and some of the playstyle resembles closely enough to Mirror 4. It also has a lot of job classes. I believe there is like 4 class types and 8 subclasses, and of course 3 stages of advancement. Now let's talk about the classes. Knight's Crow offers a variety of unique and engaging classes. For the first video that I'm gonna play, we're gonna see or check the swordsman class, which can be transformed into or advanced into a soldier or a dual sword. So let's watch this. All right, so that's going to be our soldier. Based on the description of the class, a protector of the battlefield is armed with a sword and shield with high defensive stances and damage reduction. Their uniqueness came from their ability to taunt enemies. So there's provoke and minimize the damage received. I've also noticed that on that skill preview, he was able to pull one of the monster using his chain. So yeah, for if you are a tanky class, you want to be a tank in your party or in your guild, so maybe you can choose this one. It can advance to, of course, a soldier knight into a royal knight. Now let's check the subclasses for the swordsman type, which is going to be twin sword. Okay, so that's the twin sword or dual sword. Based on the class description, wields a dual sword and recovers HP upon attacking opponents. So basically, you can do lifesteal while attacking, mainly supporting their allies with dexterity. Okay, that's a new input. Their attack will make their enemies buff, null, and void, and give fatal strikes to the targeted one. Okay, so the class advancement for this one is Swordsman, Dual Sword, Slayer, and Mad Slayer. Actually, I'm intrigued about this class. I haven't played any dual wielding sword lately, so I might try this one in the near future. Now, let's switch into the wand type. So, for one class, there's 2 options. First is going to be Scholar and the first one is Professor and Scholar. Let's watch the Professor first. All right, so that's the Professor class. The skill class descriptions is uses the stuff and unleash powerful elemental skills that deal area damage. So more on AOE. On the field, they are an ace in the sleeve with the skill frozen that presses the enemy. Based also on that skill preview or character class preview, we can see that he can use a lightning and fire elemental skills. So maybe the eyes focus more on CC or ground control skills. Now the alternate class for this one is Scholar. So the most probably is going to be support type. Let's watch. All right, so that's for the wand or scholar class. Wields a wand to heal allies. They are specifically skilled in escaping their crew from danger and granting a buff to enhance the strength of the team. So most of the times, it's gonna be for Taoist user or healer support class users. You might opt to this one. All right, so again, the class advancements is from which scholar cleric into saint cleric. I remember based on some of the videos that I watch, I believe your first job change is going to be around level 30. I'm just not sure if it's going to be the same in global release. So next, let's move into the warrior class. So all right, let's watch the first one, the Vanguard. Vanguard. When we say Vanguard, most of the time, the first thing came to my mind is tanking class, but let's see. Okay, so that's for Vanguard. Rules the battlefield with their two-handed sword and has a skill to increase their life or even become invincible for a certain period of time. So most likely Gantz, Gantz class or two-handed sword class. So if you wanted to play warrior using two-handed weapon, you might use this one. This might be one of the class also that I'm gonna be trying or playing if ever that we have access to the Korea server. But let's see. The next job or class is going to be Spear. Okay, jet fighter in the house. Okay. Description is Spearman uses a spear, of course, that hits multiple enemies and those who are located far away from them. Their advantage is optimized upon hooking or binding binding enemies. Okay. So do not lose your tension when Spearman stands against you. I didn't notice any of those or class description on that promo video, but yeah, maybe it has some of those skills also. Okay, but one thing I noticed is when we say spear, usually the attacks going to be look like more on trusting, not just like swinging the sword, because their attack animation is looks the same. So I don't know, it's their game. Next is, of course, we have the archer or the hunter class. So let's watch the first one, bow type hunter, arbalist. Let's go. All right, so hunter or archer class. I basically remember my arbalist from Mirror 4. Based on the description, has the longest attack range with the bow among all classes, dealing an arrow rain on every occasions. Arrows not only deal damage but also bind enemies or push them backward, making archer a great supporter of war by suppressing foes before getting closer. So yeah, on that class description, I actually noticed the binding skill, like the red chain going around the character and the pushback. So if you want to play physical range character, you might choose this one, the archer type or archer class from hunter. Now let's check the other one. It's gonna be the dagger type. So let's watch. All right, so that's the dagger class or the rogue. Rogue plays an important role in confusing enemies with their dagger. Their ambush will begin from the shadow. It inflicts crucial damage to enemies by enchanting the buff effects such as silence or blind to make their attack unavoidable. With these specialties, the rogue class truly shines on the battlefield, optimizing their power by assassinating key targets. Okay. Farewell to the enemies facing the deadly edge and arrow. So I just didn't notice if there's a cloaking skill for this class, but if based on that video only, but if he have those skill, I think it's also one of the classes that's gonna be fun to play with, especially during war. You can penetrate the backline and then kill the healers or the support or the ranger on the backside. So yeah, I think that's gonna be interesting to play. Okay, so that's all the 4 classes that we have currently for Night Crows. Again, we have the Swordsman class with 2 subclasses, which is Twin Sword and the One-Handed Sword. For the Witch class, we have Staff and Wand. For the warrior type, we have spear and two-handed sword. And of course, for the hunter, we have archer and the rogue. All right. So as we wrap up the overview of all the classes that we have, I'm even more excited to jump into this virtual world. Which classes are you most excited to play? And if ever that we have a chance to play in the Korean server, if you know how to play using PC, please let me know. Put it in the comment section so that I can contact you. And of course, if you found this video helpful or enjoyable, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Until the next time, happy gaming. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.